Welcome in YouTube. Needings back with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about the struggle of being a Knicks fan. So let me start with this story. In 1994,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
In 1994, in my parents' apartment, I cried myself to sleep. I think it was in June. Had to be in June. That's when the finals are. It was in June. The Knicks lost to the Houston Rockets, 7 games. That team was my first love. You know how you talk about, going back and remembering things that make you who you are. Basketball is something I've loved for a really, really long time, since I can remember. And the Knicks were my first love. It was the underdog story, the people you wanted to root for, blue collar, New York personality team that you just thought deserved to win a championship. They never did. Patrick Ewing is one of the 50 greatest players of all time, never won a championship. There's a lot of people that can say that because of Michael Jordan. Charles Barkley. Sir Charles. A lot of great players that did not win a title because of Michael Jordan. And Patrick Ewing is one of them. New York City is one of those places that did not get to win because of Michael Jordan, but also because of Hakeem Olajuwon. We got to give Hakeem his due. Second best player of that era without question. Michael stepped away, he won both championships. Michael comes back, he wins all the championships again. I think it's pretty clear, it's set in stone. Hakeem is the second best player of that era. It breaks my heart because Patrick Ewing is my guy. My guy. So, first love never goes away. Here I am, 34 years old, sitting in Los Angeles, and I'm a Knicks fan and paying $200 a year to watch this garbage, this basura, on the goddamn television. But we could have a future. There could be hope in the future. Kristaps Porzingis. He's a good basketball player. When you have somebody like that, you can win. You can win basketball games. I mean, let's talk about it right now. There are a bunch of second-round overpaid scrubs, plus Porzingis, and they're above 500. Depending on when you're watching this video, I think they're 17-17. They just lost to the Spurs on the road, which is completely fine. I really think there's hope with him. Now, am I worried? Yes. Is he going to play? Is he ever going to play 80 games in a season?
Hello, darkness, my...
Doesn't seem like it. If this is his prime, he's getting hurt every other fucking game. It really worries me for the future. But hopefully he's the kind of guy that can adjust his game, take advantage of his skill set, and not do things that, put his body at risk and still lead a team. Everybody says that he's like Dirk Nowitzki. I think that's racist, to be honest with you. I think he's a bigger Kevin Durant. I think when you talk about him, there aren't too many players that have been in the league that have the skill set that he has. But there isn't much around him right now. And this year seems to be the year to maybe have picked the player to go with him that could really be a complement to his skill set. Now, I hate to say this, but Tommy D was right. They should have taken Mitchell. If they had taken Mitchell, they'd be in great shape right now. I'm not on that Dennis Smith Jr. train. I'm just not. I've seen players like him before. Do you really think that they're going to win anything? I don't think so. I really think it's Mitchell. Mitchell is the reason that they blew it. Now maybe Frank will change my mind, but Ntilikina at this point You know, I'm a little worried as to what he's going to turn into. You know, I think you can really see early on in a player's career what he's going to be. And he doesn't appear to be the kind of player that's going to be an all-star, in my opinion. You know, I think you can tell that right away. Now, was it a smart pick? Yes. Solid. Great defense. He's going to be a great defensive player. I think he's one of these guys that will last in the league a very long time because he can play defense. And he's going to be an elite defender for a long time. But, you know, as far as the offensive side of things, maybe that'll come around. You know, he reminds me a lot of you know, this is going to sound ridiculous, but Antetokounmpo. Only because of his length at his position and kind of his head, the way he approaches the game. He appears to be a student of the game, and you know, it's everything you'd want to pick up in a draft pick. So maybe it'll work out, but I think they could have gone Mitchell. Anyway, Jesus. I mean, I could talk about the Knicks for 45 minutes. You give me an open mic. I'm just sitting here in my living room just talking about... You know who I want to talk about? Ron Baker. But, you know, as a Knicks fan, I think there's a lot of hope, you know. This is all we got. But, you know, I guess I'm talking about this because I bought a pair of shoes. You know, Nike's now doing the jerseys, and they have all this extra promotion. So I bought one of these fucking Air Force One lows that were overpriced. The leather is terrible. The leather is god awful. I mean, I do not recommend buying a pair of these. They fucking suck. But, you know, I got a pair of DS kicks to wear to the parade when they finally do win. I love you all for listening. If you listen to this whole rant, man, big ups to you. Thanks for watching. Nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys on the next one.